Are we here? 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 We are. We are? Oh my goodness. Phone just takes ages to catch up. Here we, oh my goodness. Here we go, with the sound down. There you all are. Well, look at you now. Now I know you're there, because there's nothing worse than staring at the camera and there's no one home. Good afternoon. How are we all? Are we good? What are we sewing? What are we making? What are we cooking? What are we doing? I have to tell you, do you want to see what I was doing? I'm going to confess, because I actually was on time again. Check this out. I'm in the IGA catalogue. I've got the shopping list. I thought, just while I'm waiting for the girls, you know, I might just sit here and do my IGA list. There's a few good things this week, and yeah, I love my little IGA. I'm going to the big scary supermarkets at the moment, so that's what I was doing. But you know, as time goes on, I get more and more comfortable with having the studio at home and being organised here. Like last night, those that watched Love and Hugs last night, I was still chatting to my long uncle to leave Ross in the IGA car park on the phone at 6:10, and then suddenly went, oh, I've got a show at 7 o'clock, and yeah, it's getting quite nice, but I'm going to rest on my laurels eventually. And I can see that in a couple of months' time, while we're doing this, I'll probably walk in here with a sandwich still in my mouth, maybe looking a bit scruffy out of the garden if I've lost track of time in the veggie patch. But, you know, it's all real, isn't it? There's no point in it being not real. It's all got to be real. Who's here? Oh my goodness, you're all here really quick. Oh, okay. Hello, Marie. Hello, Julie. Hello, Diane. Margaretha, do I need Margaretha or Margaretha? You're going to have to tell me soon, because I get upset if I get it wrong. Hello, Carol. Fiona is here too. Di's here. Michelle's here. Carol's here. Hello, Bobby. Good to see you too. Rosemary, good afternoon. I hope you're all sewing. I really, really do. Oh, okay. How do we tell Linda Morris, who's just messaged me, how does she find Chandler's Cottage live? I don't know. She's going to have to keep looking. I'm too scared I'm going to lose you if I go and tell her. If anyone knows her, can you let her know? Who else is here? Good afternoon, Jackie. Oh, you're loving my presentations. Well, I'm glad. I'm not sure. This is the stand kind of from last night. I've tweaked it a little bit, but it's I love doing that. I do enjoy sort of coming in here in my jammies in the morning or late at night and having a little bit of a play. I've got a new wooden screen that I'm going to bring in, so it's going to change, and you'll regret asking that question, saying that, Jackie, in a minute. Margaretha, I don't know what to say, that you're cooking dog food. I don't know, but because I'm not using it at the warehouse at the moment, I'm bringing home the slat wall. Now, if any of you, I've talked about this before, if you love a good shop and you like a bit of retail therapy, you love a slat wall, and you may not even know what a slat wall is. So it's this white, and it's got, when you look at them in a shop, or sometimes you can't even see them because you're looking at the product, they've got little slits along them, little slats, and you can hook stuff in. So when you are at big shops that have got the racks of clothing, they're all hooked onto slat walls. So I'm bringing two of mine home, and then it's going to be like a jigsaw puzzle. I can put up bags and shelves and quilt racks, and can't wait. It does take two burly men to do it, so that's got to sort of happen on a weekend sometime. Good afternoon, Kathy. Karen's here too. Well, Fiona, I'm glad you asked. I don't know if this, yeah, there are specials. There are still specials under It's Spring, I think, on the website. If you've been in, hang on, I've got to do it now. ITSSPRING. I don't think Steve's taken them down yet, but there are some pretty things here. There are pretty things here today. Susan is here. Sue's here. Looking for magnets to finish off bags from yesterday. Well, Sharon Keys, there are magnets. What was yesterday's bag? You don't even remember what the buck. I'll get to it in a minute. There are magnetic things on the website now. Yeah, hi all from Sue. Hi Lisa. Oh, that's me, Denise. Hi. Good afternoon, Joan. Oh, you diehards, you were here last night and you're back today. Donna, I had a box arrive with your name on it. I did. And I can't wait to see what's in it. I'm not opening it yet. It's like Christmas for me, all the bags arriving for the challenge. You finally got your first installment of the applique sampler. Well, you get cracking. In fact, I'm going to do something today that will be very, very relevant to those girls that have just started the applique sampler or those that have already done it. Yvonne's in the building. Cindy, how are things with you? I bet it's a beautiful day in Yeovil today. It's a, what can I allowed to say it? Very, very awkward thing to say. It's a cracker. It is magnificent here in Melbourne today. Good washing day. Hello, Jill. Got your email. Had a giggle. You're all good, mate. It's all good. And yeah, well, this is Charming Australia, and notably absent from the website at the moment are the charm packs to make this quilt. And the charm pack comes in with it, the instructions to make this quilt. So you buy the charm pack and 1.4 meters of the border stripe or whatever you want to put in the middle. And that's all you need. And we are uploading the pattern as a paid download digital pattern onto the website. So if you've got your own stash, you'll be able to do it yourself. So Steve and Cass and I are working on that at the moment, amongst umpteen other things going up on the website. The website's such a vast thing. If we just put up 10 new things, you're not going to pick the difference. It would take 200 for you to pick it, but trust me, they're all going up. Oh, Nan's here as well. Hello. Hello, Pam. I like your little emoji. Maggie's here. Oh, Sally's here. Oh, my goodness. And Donna's here from the UK. Hey, that was a lot of fun last night, Donna, with Natasha with the scarves. I've organised the pattern for my girls here in Australia now. So we're going to be doing this gorgeous jacket that one of Natasha's friends made with my scarves. We're going to do that next week. I may or not use it as an opportunity to show off my magnificent, ridiculous state-of-the-art Bernina overlocker. I don't understand. They've made an overlocker look and behave like a sewing machine. It's just ridiculous. And you know I don't like overlockers. It's publicly known. So where have you all come from this afternoon? Freaking out a bit. There's lots of you here. Margaret, good afternoon. Susan, Gembrook, I'm craving Sherbrooke Forest. Suze, I am craving Badger Creek Weir. I am craving all of those little special places in the world that are my solace and my, the peace. Rosemary, how and why and what? Okay, I don't know if I want to know. I just want to see the result of cutting 161.5 square triangles. Thank you. Right, yes, good, Jeanette. Keep working on that applique sampler. Finished off the next block today. Hey, Michelle, I have to ask you, is it all right if we share your beautiful shoes that I have with Natasha? They do fit me, but I thought I might send them over for a giggle and then we'll get them back, send them to the UK. Joe's here, hello. Oh goodness, you're all going. Elliot's Garden, that's good to hear, Denise. I'm doing a new version of it at the moment. Well, okay, I'm not. Let's be honest. I will pick the fabrics, I will cut the fabrics, and then I will express post them to Emma, because my girls aren't in at the moment. And I miss my girls. I desperately miss Lisa and Emma. So we're going to have a little FaceTime sew together, I think, this weekend. Hand sewing binding on a UTAS. Do you notice that? Do you see that word UTAS Carol's used? She's caught on to the Chandler's Cottage team acronym for Under the Australian Sun. She's caught on. We don't say it here anymore. It's UTAS. Oh, very nice. Very, very nice. Val, good afternoon. Your stuff is in your caravan. Does that make sense to you and nobody else? So look, I could keep going and you're all here, and thank you, thank you. Anne-Marie, thought of you, was channeling you this morning on my 790. Let me tell you, I was indeed. Have you tried the zipper foot yet with the dual feed? Oh, insane. It just was just, it's just a joy. They're all a joy. Hello, Tina. So Sharon, you got a full box of, so you just mean magnets, right? You don't mean magnetic snaps. I think I understand now. All right. Oh, Margaret's in Tamworth. Yes, you are out of lockdown. I want you boot scooting and line dancing down the main street of Tamworth. And please, at midnight, do a peely for me. Thank you very much, down Main Street. I have done that. I will admit to it. Yeah, windy in Keysborough. Boy, it is a bit windy out there. Cheryl, I don't even know, windy. Oh, yes, that's right. I get it. All right. I'm going to come back and say hi to you again later. Rosemary, the code is it's spring. So ITSSPRING. It seemed like a good idea at the time. Now, if it's not still there, it may have gone. Hey Terry, your foot plate's in. We will talk and do a switch. But I'll show you some new things today. Okay, now also thank you, all of you that checked on me because I didn't do the show. I missed a show and you're like, oh, she all right? She all right? Yeah, she is okay. Speaking of me in the third sense, she is all right. But, you know, as I said, life just gets in the way and every now and then things have to happen in real time at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday or a Thursday. But I will make it up to you. And remember, we are getting ready to do that little virtual Australian textile exhibition next week upstairs in the studio at work. So we've had to clean that whole room out upstairs. I wanted it nice and fresh, getting the carpets clean because I'm bringing in very special quilts to hang to show you 2 times a day for 6 days next week. So our normal demo shows, there'll be little bits and bobs that will tag onto those particular shows. But next week, you're going to be able to tune in twice a day and see some beautiful quilts. So we are picking up Eileen Campbell's quilts on tomorrow morning or Saturday morning. Still need to make that decision, but they are all packed ready to come over to me. Rachel Daisy's quilts have arrived. They're in a big box. I haven't opened it, but I will be tomorrow to take some little sneak peek photos for you to put up. And also one of her beautiful students has sent down quilt as well with Rachel's work. So I'm very excited about getting them out of the box. We've just got gorgeous stuff coming in. Even I've asked for some encore performances as well. So I've got some of Marie Evans' stunning bags made with Melba and Under the Australian Sun. I've asked her to bring back those, and of course they are going in the bag challenge. Judy Vermeulen is bringing back by popular demand her gorgeous jacket with the emu on the back, and she's made an amazing bag as well. So she is the machine embroidery guru, but oh my goodness, can she make a bag? There's lots and lots there. I've got stuff from Felicity. I spoke to her this morning coming from Tassie. Michelle, I've got a note. Michelle Hill's quilt that we are starting as a block of the month. I am going to put that up. I was going to pop it up here. I'm going to hang it as part of the exhibition. I think that is the way to do it most justice. And then while it's up, we'll talk about starting that block of the month. So all of that is happening. And there's bags arriving. Lancia Halls, a few. There's heaps there. So that's what I've been doing, okay? But yes, I am fine. There are lots of things going on behind the scenes at the moment, and I promise I will share. I will share eventually. But also the website. Now, just a quick catch up. Show and tell time. I just want to, like, where did you all come from, honestly? The main thing is just to let you know some updates on the website, because as I said, I don't want you having to trawl through the whole thing if I can tell you what's there. I've had a lot of complaints that no one's getting their newsletters. It's because I haven't written one. So there's a whopper coming out as well. So that just takes time for Cass and I to put together. And of course, there'll be, you know, show-off links to the new site and stuff about the exhibition next week. And the Applique sampler enrollments at the moment to start the end of the month. So it's all happening. Now, the reason I'm holding this guy up again and this one up again is because, just a reminder, there are very limited kits of these. I air freighted in, and I'll show you why in a minute, air freighted in the Kaleidoscope, just a few meters of each ahead of the sea freight shipment that's coming. I haven't had shipping information yet, which bugs me no end, but the Kaleidoscope print, I think it's being bolted at the moment. Shipping lines are really, really tough out of Japan at the moment, as is everywhere in Asia. So I've kept what I need for what I'm doing to do the samples. but the rest is yours if you want it. Now, importantly for the girls that are overseas that are watching this, I've also organised to send in a couple of bolts of each of this print, of all of the colours. So that's the pink and ivory one. All right, so there are bolts of this being air freighted direct from Japan into Natasha in the UK, but also into Mary Beth at a Quilter's Corner in Pennsylvania. So the project that I'm planning to do for this is going to run simultaneously in the UK, in America, oh, and also through Maria at Filderfada in Spain. I haven't told her that yet, but I know she's got stock and she'll be on board for it. So there's going to be 4 of us that you will be able to buy the kit from, depending on where you are in the world. So limited stocks of these, but also what I did do was I counted out how many kits we could make, and then I took the rest of the buckles, so these lovely pearlized ones, and I've popped them on the website. So if you've got your own fabric now, you can buy your buckle individually. I probably can, this is where I confess this guy's not attached. I can take it off for you. There you go. So these gorgeous big chunky guys. So you can actually grab one of those, and you can also grab the pattern, and you can use your own stash. And it is available as a digital download as well as a printed one. And when you now go into patterns, if that's an option, it will say digital, and you can click a little menu and it will say printed copy, and you just choose whether we're going to send one out to you or whether we are going to, or you just pay for it. We email you a link, you print it down, you pull it down. It'll go into downloads on your desktop, on your computer, and you just print it and off you go. Don't have to wait. Just go, go, go. Now, the other thing that Steve and I did get up, because it just all takes time, are these magnetic buckles. So that we had these, as you know, quite a few times through the live shows earlier in the year, but they are now all up on the website. So again, you can just go ahead. They're very good magnetic. Come off, there you go. Magnetic snaps, so you sew on the circular bit onto the bag, and then this pretty detailed buckle bit goes onto your flap. And remember as well, when you buy these, you actually get them in a little Ziploc bag with the pattern to make the bag. So you don't even have to think about what you're going to use them for. You can just get these, and they're going to come with the pattern to make this. Of course, what did I do with them? Did I throw them? I did. Goodness. If you wanted to make this bag, which is essentially the same as our saddle bag, with those magnetic buckles on here, you can do that as well. So you're going to, you've got a few options available, but these come in black, light tan, dark tan, brown, and red at the moment. I'm working on navy blue. Oh, good news. Our supplier has, my sourcer, my buyer, my go-to girl, Viv has managed to source for us those drop-dead gorgeous red leather shoulder length handles again. So I'm just waiting to hear back from her. And we're going to get them with brass fittings and bright gold. So we'll have them both ways. All right, which will be super. Now, also by request, I think I mentioned it last week, but we did get it done. So all of our pin tuck bag kits are now back on the website as well. Which reminds me, there's a lot of, you've all been buying banana feet. You've all been buying toys to play with while you're at home. Totally get that. So have I. So for me, one for the shop, one for me kind of thing. So it's showing a lot are out of stock at the moment, but I did place a big order this morning, so they will be in the next couple of days, and I will load them up. In the meantime, if you do need a foot and you want to make sure you've got your name on one, like Helen did this morning, rang up for a number 52 for sewing vinyl and Teflon fittings and things, just give me a call and we can make sure that one is set aside for you, particularly if you're ordering a big thing. If you are ordering a banana stitch regulator, a circular foot attachment or something like that, then please, if you want to be absolutely sure, just let me know and I make sure we order one especially for you. We do have someone messaged me this morning with a question I haven't answered yet, and I know they were going to watch today. Whoever it is, yes, I do have walking feet in stock at the moment, the big guys for quilting. All right, show and tells. I did it. I finally finished the bag. All right, so you know how I just kept going and going and I didn't finish it? I have finished it, and I must say I'm kind of loving the colors. I do like the colors, so I'm really happy. It's very pretty. I think I'm going to use this one to show you. You've got your Hampton stripe lining. So you know that I had this specially come in. I did cut enough kits, and I will be brutally honest again, I did stash a meter for myself because I just loved it. And I've just gone, that's silly, because the race was on to see if I could finish my bag before all the kits had sold out. It got down to 1, and now I've gone, no. So I've got Steve today to put another, I think we managed another 8 kits. So there's another 8 of these up. And you get the little tassel, and you get the little handmade label, and these are also available individually, sorry, in sets of 10 in the Happy section as well. So I'm happy with that. With the denim, fancy me, would you ever have thought I would stock denim? Oh, that's up too. That's on other beautiful fabrics too. Okay, and this is the one that I started on Love and Hugs, didn't I? I did, the other day, the other evening. So this one is done. I think Steve's got it up. I literally sent him the information this morning, so I think it will be up, and if not, it will be up this evening, I would say. Who said what where? Melissa, are you in the know? Is it really? It's the circular foot. Is it the circular foot or the circle embroidery attachment, mate, though? Oh, sorry, I meant to say the circular embroidery attachment. Hello, Petra. You're here. Hello. Do you like that? That's my little bit of bling, isn't it? So it's got, these are little mirrors in here, and so it is the makeup purse, and you get the pattern with the kit. But what I'm doing is I'm popping in a little extra instruction sheet on how to do the puffs and the right size of the circle so that you can still see a little mirror poking through there, and also just how to piece the front panel. So that one's done. See, homework. I feel like throwing it over my shoulder. So happy I've got my homework done. I really couldn't have faced you all again today if I hadn't have got these done. So showed you also the other day, and these charms are all up now, the little packs with all of the fittings to make your charm purses. So remember, I whipped up one again for you the other day, and because I hadn't had any sugar, I had to get Steve to I had to get Steve to put the little fittings in, which is testimony to the fact I did need sugar, because today I just did it first time, no stress. It's a great little diagram. Cass did a great job with the diagram. So I don't know what I was complaining about. Just don't know. Hello, Barb Clifford. How are you today? I just wanted to do this so you could see what a fitting looked like. Maybe if I just pop that. It's all sticking together. So that's the little charm. And on the back of him, you can see he's got half a press stud. So he goes on these 2 rod fittings, that you can hold them there, and these 2 slide through 2 little sleeves that you pop onto your purse. Then you also impale the base of your stud onto the front of your little purse, and that way your purse opens up like this. How cute's that? And then these fold down, and you pull back down your little pussycat or your fan. There you go, and it does up like that. So we've loaded up now the gold pussycats and the brass pussycats, and there are also silver ones. Thanks, Sharon. Yeah, I think it looks good too. Of course, you know, I'm selling denim by the metre, but if anyone's got a pair of jeans they don't wear anymore, you know where they're going to go, into the sewing room. That's the silver one. I haven't made up a silver one yet, but these 2 are definitely going to be, I've got some new fabrics coming I'm going to use for the silver, but these 2 will be little kits by the end of the weekend. So we've got other ones up with the fans on them now on the website, and I've just finished these this morning, so I will get those up as well. Sometimes it's just really nice to buy it as a kit. Literally everything is cut for you. You can just start sewing with these, so that's what's really nice about them. And they make gorgeous little gifts. They're not just being made up in a cellophane bag. They come with one of our lovely covers on them, like we do our walker bag kits and things. So they look quite nice. I'm sticking to myself. Oh, I've got a metal buckle under here, and the magnetic's gone onto me. Okay, let's pop those away. Now, just staying on magnetic snaps for a minute. Oh no, let's get sidetracked. Mentioned these last night. For the friend who has everything you are going to need, a log cabin designed keyring, are we not? So there's only a few of those. They've gone up into giftware, and I also found while sorting, I have the tidiest warehouse, but we've put things away safely at some stages to save them for different things. I do think that the Melba key rings that I found had been saved as door prizes, boo-hoo, for our creative escape that was to be last year. So I had this beautiful box I couldn't part with. It had in it the key rings. It had the little bag that we sent out to people to make up. Anyway, so I found them, so I went, well, they need a good home. So there are some Melba key rings back on the website, and there are also those ones there if you want to grab. Just a cute little prezi. Good to pop in an envelope and send to someone. Now these are up as well. Okay. I tried to be a little bit funny on the website and said, "Can you see it? Can you see it?" And I put these. Can you see that? It's gone. Look at it. How's that for a colour match? These are beautiful big press studs. So they are the kind that you do pierce through your fabric, but I want to hold that up just so you can see the colour match. So that is with Melba in the fans in the dark red. So where I've popped these on the website in bag furniture, I got Steve to pop this fabric down in the related products underneath so you could see them. But they are just beautiful. For my girls in a quilter's life, you've got your pattern now for the Melba flower purse. Perfect, absolutely perfect for you to use for that. And you can see they actually come with a little plastic cap on them to stop them getting scratched while you're making your bag, which I think is really nice. So they are up as well. I think we got about 10. I tried to buy 100. And I didn't get 100, but I got a few, and I've put in an order for more. So there's just another little thing that I wanted to get up. And what have we got? What? I'll have to have a look and see what they're doing with the circular foot thing. Now I'm curious. I'm very curious. Next, a little bit of colour therapy for me, and hopefully something that you will find really useful as well. You've got a really tight focus here today because of what I'm going to do, but also because our camera, one of our cameras got the shakes last night, and I think we've fixed it, but I was a bit nervous. This is our new Applique Essential Pack. So what I wanted to do with the new site, we're finally getting to do it in pre-cuts. I want to be able to put together for you, maybe once every couple of weeks, a new pack like this. And this is just your way of slowly building up a lovely collection that's not going to cost you the earth of, I don't know if you want to call it reference colours. It's a colour palette of different fabrics. So this is the first one I'm doing. So this one is called, I think it's called Applique Essentials. It is 10 centimetre or 4 inch. I'm using one hand, girls, because I'm sipping my coffee, sorry. 10 inch strips. This one looks a little bit messy because I've been playing with it and I've been laying it out and taking photos and everything, so I apologise, it's a little bit scruffy on the edge, but it's seen a bit of action while I've been getting the photos done. So there you go. So I will do later, I will do a teal one, I will do a dark green one, I'm going to do a purple one, you know I'm going to do a purple one. There will be one that shades from rust right through to apricot. There will be, you know, there'll be blues, so probably 2 or 3 different blues. Some of you remember that we did metallic rainbow, golden rainbow club a couple of years ago. It is like that on steroids, okay, because you're getting lots and lots, not just 2 colours of the rainbow, but 10 in this particular part of the rainbow or the colour wheel. And all of them will have different textures. So you've got Maywood in this one, Maywood Shadow Play, and they will all vary. Check out this. This is the new, I haven't had this before. This is Avocado Fairy Frost, and I think it's good enough to eat, so it's a pretty appropriate name. Celadon Batik from Hoffman, California. Oh gee, never seen that before under the Australian sun. But it did fit, okay, in my defence. It fits in that bit there. Drop Dead Gorgeous. What's it called? It's something like Citron or something. Fairy Frost. Yummy. Lisa King saw this and she immediately went to the purple shelf, the dark plum Summer Palace. She said, that's what you need with it. Wait, there's a bolt. Hang on, I gotta get a bolt. Let me get a bolt and I'll show you. Here we go. Because we have to acknowledge that Lisa King, aka the King, gosh, she knows her colours. She wanted to do that straight off, and I had to pay that. That was just magnificent. So, you know, most of us would go, oh yeah, we'll put a bit of pink with it, a bit of red with it. No, straight to the purple. That, beautiful, good pop of colour. All right, so then you've got a beautiful sprig from Robert Kaufman Fusions. I've been using this fabric for about 15 years. Can't live without it, just can't live without it. Quilter's Linen, Robert Kaufman in the teal with the crisscross. Another Fusions, I think he's, if Emma was here, she'd go, come on. It's parsley or something like that. Then you've got Liberty in here, because I've started getting in all of these beautiful shadow Liberties, which arrange, and then back to Drop Dead Gorgeous Batik from Hoffman. So that's the first pack. It's a full metre of fabric. When you add it all up, it is a little bit more than a metre, because it's not a mean feat to cut them all. So, you know, you just have to give us a little bit of love for standing and cutting them all up. But they are all up on the website, so they are $27.50. So they're just a little bit more, because they take time to cut and pack and fold and all of that. But it's just a little bit of loveliness. Emma's mum, Colleen, she collects fabric, but she doesn't sew. She just likes the bundles, and she has them in baskets in her house just to look nice. And I think she might need one of these from me, so she can have a little green one next to a pot plant or something. So if you're doing lots of little leaves, you know, and all sorts of gorgeous things, and you just need to pull a little bit, that's going to be the perfect pack. However, next week, if you grab one, I'm going to make with you, and I'm not sure which day yet because I've got to work around the exhibition. Not sure, either Tuesday or Thursday, we are going to make placemats with them. We are making placemats, and you know me, it won't be any ordinary, it's not going to be a rectangular placemat. So that pack, I'm going to cut it up and show you how to make a really gorgeous placemat with it. You can make more, but I'll probably get one done during the show. All right, one more show and tell, and then we're going to chuff on. I'm going to show you what I'm working on at the moment. Jenny, you have a leave pass. You know I love you. It's perfectly fine if you're not here for the whole shebang. That's cool. I think I've locked the cat in the garage. I'll give it another minute and I will go and check. I can hear her, but that also may mean she has a lizard she needs to show me. Okay. Well, just really... Well, Jonna, the thing about Colleen having the fabric, I should point out, her daughter is a quilter. So she looks at it for a while and then it becomes a present. She re-gifts it to Emma. So Emma's in a good spot for that. Now, we are getting towards the pointy end of the year. It's a pointy end of the year. We're not sure how pointy it's actually going to be, do we? I know that I am so making proper Christmas puddings this year, though. There will be no shortcuts with food. Every year I have done a shortcut. Mum and I've gone, no, we won't do the pudding. You know, I get to lunch on Christmas Day and I can feel my grandmother tapping me on the shoulder going. So this year it's full puddings. We're doing the whole lot. But also it may mean that we need to make things early, and I know a lot of us are focusing on that at the moment, or get presents ready early in case we have to post them. Also, I'm totally into this idea of doing what I call the jewel gift at the moment, and that little Melba flowered purse that we have popped on A Quilter's Life, and it's also on the website I think as well. It's just a little bag with a flap on the front, dual purpose things. So my example is, if you've got a little bag, wait, let's use this one. Can I use you? I think I can. If you've got a little bag like this that you're going to make for someone, I've put little flowers on this one. I'll give you a close up. I've put my little flowers on here. So but if I wanted to make this extra special, oh look, I've got the perfect one here too, I would add a brooch. Look at that. Let me pin it on. So yes, I have got hold of Miss Gabby, who we love. Who is Gabby from Gift to the Gab, and when we have had shows at the gardens, we always have Gab's beautiful jewellery there. We had a stack of jewellery come in for our exhibition from Gab, and of course it didn't happen, but then I've got more back from her. I can't see to save myself. It's the shiny. Everything is so shiny. Am I going the wrong way? I'm going the wrong way. And I'm trying to do it Molly Duca style. There we go. So, just so that you can see, look at these beautiful brooches. So these are now all up on the website, and you can see I've got, these are the ones that Steve and I have put up. See how shiny they are? Those little white specks that you can see are actually the reflection of all of my lights in the studio. That's what's happening. I'll grab another one and show you. So Steve hasn't, because there's only one of all of them, it was a bit of a task for him to put up, but he did it for me. And they don't have their own section. If you just go into giftware, push giftware in the main menu, you'll go through all the giftware, but they are all there. So you've got different types. So you've got square ones, and these are a combo, so you can wear them as a pendant. I should have one on with my red top, and a brooch. So see what I mean? If you make a bag with a little flap or something, and then, you know, the extra special thing doesn't need to be hidden inside as a present wrapped up. It can actually be popped onto your bag, or a pin cushion, or anything like that. Aren't they lovely? They're just gorgeous. So they're all up. Then we've also popped up the pendants. So these are brass fitting pendants like this, and you can see she's fussy cut some Melba into those. And then there's also just a couple of precious ones I grabbed that also have the silver and the grey. So if they are shown as sold out, it's because there was only one of them. But I will try and get some more off her closer to Christmas. I think we might be in luck, because Gabby usually has a big stand at Deloraine, so in Tassie, so she won't be going this year. She'll either be getting, you know, stock together to do a local show here if she can, but I might try and just grab those off her, grab some more off her if we can. But they're the ones that are up at the moment. And they're lovely, and they've got Aussie flowers on them, and they're made in Melbourne by an Aussie. And you know, if you've got someone overseas, best present. Best present. So I do love them. They're little treasure, the best looking box of chocolates kind of thing going on. Right, pop these down here. Now, so today is more of a bit of a preview than anything, because there are kind of new projects and things afoot, lots and lots of them, and I always make the mistake, like most of us, of starting 100 projects at once, which I did. Hey Jen, what you doing? So so I've got all this stuff here for all these projects, and I could just keep them away from you until I've done them, or I can show you them at the grassroots of me actually starting to do them. Are you not? You're not. Are you? You are. Okay. Fine. Fine, fine. Do you want to move? Move your tush. Thank you. So, a bit further with the tail, please. Thank you. So back to this. This is what we want to do. We want to play with this and fussy cut it. And I'm also going to use this to show you a different version. And I'm going to show you why you need some of this drop dead gorgeous sage matching linen to go with it. So I wanted to do a new version of my paper doily club. Yeah, not even on the website yet, but it was very predominant last year. So it's a big medallion made with pentagons instead of hexagons, so you get lovely little diamond shapes in between them, and it comes up looking like a paper doily. I am doing one, of course, with octagons at the moment, because that's a really nice, quick, easy one, and the girls in the Applique Sampler Club have those octagons already in their lattice work blocks, which is the first mail out that we do. Then I wanted to change it up a little bit. It's a simple thing, but it's going to make such a big difference to the... I'm worried you're going to get a cat head. I'm not moving her though, because she might upset the cameras. I've taken our octagons and I've made them long. That's pretty much what I've done. So, excuse me, Jen, can you see that shape? So they still, I think it's a lozenge now. I think that's what it is, but it's 8-sided, but it's long. So we are going to get completely different effects using these. Let's start, we'll go back a step first. We'll do these ones with the rotary cutter first. I've got some scraps here from our little bag that we made, our little makeup purse. So I'm going to layer these up. This is you and me, okay? This is the start. These have been here for 5 seconds and I'm very excited. Well, a bit longer than 5 seconds, but I pulled them out of the box today. So this is the start of it all, and we were all here together. And I'm just saying that so if I make a mistake, you'll forgive me, because I'm making it up as I go. Alright, layer them up together. Be careful not to trim off the fluff ball's tail. I just want to straighten up this edge first. Oh, that's not long enough. You'll do. Okay, so these little babies here, I think you can see that. Yeah. These are 2 1/4. I'm going to write that down. 2 1/4 high. I really didn't worry about the dimensions. I just knew what size I wanted, if that makes sense. All right, so these are 1 1/2 wide times 1 1/2. So if I want to add a generous 1/4 inch seam, which I think we do, because we can always trim it down, we'll add 3/4 of an inch. Yeah, we'll add 3/4 of an inch instead of 1/2 an inch, because with paper piecing, and these I'm going to tack, I'll explain why in a minute, but these you're going to want a fair amount to pull over because I'm going to tack them. 1/4 of an inch, it's cutting it a little bit fine when you get to sides that are this length. So I'm going to make it 3/4. So we're going to cut them so they're 3 inches high and 2 1/4 inches wide, and that's going to give us ample seam allowance to play with. So It's very nerve-wracking, Ginny. It's very nerve-wracking. Okay, these fabrics don't have a not directional, so I can go this way with my 3. Bud, you're really not really right there, huh? Okay. All right, and then we're going to go 2 1/4 this way. And this is, you saw Love and Hugs the other day. This is what's great about these shapes, is you actually, if you don't want to, you don't have to trim them right down to the exact shape plus 1/4 inch. Move that up. Just enough to have a little bit of a sneak peek and see what they're going to look like. Oh, what happened there? Oh, I cut that wrong. No, I cut that one wrong. Right, this way. Donna, if you're still watching, it's funny. I messaged Natasha back and I said to her, yeah, we're going to do the scarf here, and we're using you as the model on the cover. She hasn't read it yet because she'll go, no, you're not. But she sent me a gorgeous photo, so we're going to use her as our model. All right, if I lay those over that way, I think you can just see that. No, maybe with the dark one. I love my Epiplex, but really, can you just, there we go, there's the shine. So you can see I've got my 1/4 inch generous right round, which is great. And I'm not going to have to, hopefully not going to have to cut off these corners. So shall we have a go, Jin Jin? We'll have a go. I'm going to have a go at just popping a bit of glue across one of these rectangles, and that's just going to secure down the template. If you, while I'm just doing this, if you're in a quilter's life and just, if you haven't received your special offer on the scissors with the Melba, the box, the trinket box and the placemat, can you please let us know if you missed out or it didn't come to you? I just don't want you to think we've forgotten you. It all happened during a changeover time, and we can do a couple more of them for the girls in the club, but otherwise they're all up individually on the website now too. These are in giftware, and the scissors are in Happy, in cutting tools. Okay, in my happy place now. So I'm left-handed. If I was right-handed, I would be starting and going anti-clockwise, but I'm a lefty, so I'm going to go this way. The great thing about these shapes is I can trim these corners off, but if I want to get things done and get them done fast, I can just fold over that corner and then I'll fold down the next one. It's actually much easier to start with one of these corners with the points you're not trimming off. So 1, 2 stitches through that point there in that tack, and then a bit of a finger press across there, and then pull that one down. One, 2. So I'm going to do a special cushion like I did with the Pentagon ones, and the Pentagon ones will come back up online when these go back up, when these go up as well. A special little cushion, and it takes 25 of these templates. So there'll be a pack with 25 in, and there'll be a little layout diagram and instructions on how to do the tacking and the sewing, and it will just be in a little pack like our purse frames and things, and we're doing that with all of our English paper piecing at the moment. So in case you think I'm sitting around twiddling my thumbs, well, I might be a bit, but not compared to Cassandra, who's having to do all of the hard work in getting those drawings and those layouts ready for you. Oh, where'd that box go, Jim? We had a box of stuff that arrived. Oh, I don't know what I've done with it. I've moved it. Then we just had a box of packaging arrive before the show, so that I've got plenty to put these little packs in. But also I grabbed some really cute little small bags, because despite me stomping my foot and saying no, no, we're not, we are going to pop the tassels that we put in the makeup bags with the key rings individually on the website for you. I'm sure Rob can find something on Netflix to watch and pack those off for me, so that if you want to grab them for your bags that you're making at home, you can. There you go. So there's my little lozenge shape. Okay, so that's one done. Scissors. I need to do a couple more. You need to see the effect that we're going to get. Maybe if I know how to do it. Yeah, Jean. If you touch that switch, I can't control and look out. Maybe if I lay them on here. Okay, Putty. Oh look, you can just see my lamps today that I popped up on the top. You can just see my Hampton stripe lamps. I had a heap of lamp kits arrive and I haven't decided what we're making with them yet. Can you see? No. Yeah, you can. Alright, let's go over here. I'm just trying to get it to the point where you can see these shapes. You don't need to sit here and watch me English paper piece all afternoon. Really, you don't. Maybe on the linen. Ginny, we should have thought of this. We should have thought of this before the show. You want to move your tail a bit, please? Thank you. Right. There we go. Now we can see. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's going to give you your first pattern that's going to work. Then this is the secondary effect, like this. See that? So when I piece all of these, like that one I just did, which has now gone AWOL, here it is. When I piece all of these and pop them in here, I'm going to end up with a small little square, and I'm going to end up with a large square. And for me, what I plan on doing is popping just a bead in there, and I might embroider a little flower in here. So you can imagine with these colours that I've got sitting over here, I was just playing with, these are going to look stunning if I lay them down over a red fabric or a black, because then I'm going to get all of this colour pop come through in these large and small squares over the top. That's going to be lovely. But the reason that I've got the green out... Oh, right, Joan. Okay, got it. We'll fix that up for you. We'll fix that up for you. We can do it. Okay, so the reason that I've got this gorgeous linen, it's just so yummy, is because I'm going to also fussy cut these from this, and I'm going to lay it over the linen. Now I'm looking at my camera screen. This is coming up quite grey. I can assure you it is actually a beautiful match for the teal that's in here. So with this method, I can just use scraps, I can use anything, and I can cut them all 3 inch by 2 1/4 and just put them together and have a lot of fun playing with colours and things. Everything from a print through to a really nice textured or printed batik is going to look just fantastic with them. You know, any paper piecing works, doesn't it, with that sort of technique. But if I lay that over there, I'll bring this back and pop this down. The whole plan was to be able to fussy cut over bits of a print like that. So if we draw around this one, I suppose I should be good, shouldn't I, and choose one that's a little bit closer out to the edge. So, and I did, when I worked out the size of these, I made sure that I had sort of room to play with in between. So I'm going to sit that one there. I'm going to draw. I think I need to put new lead in my click pencil. So I'm going to draw that on like that. And you can see here I could come through and I could do the waratahs and put all them together. I've got flannel flowers, lots of different things, and I will probably come through and incorporate some other fabrics into mine as well. Good afternoon, Lorraine. Thank you for joining us and saying hi to everyone. That's very nice. Did you bring cake? That is the big question. Did you bring cake for everyone for afternoon tea? Okay, so this time I am going to hand cut with a generous 1/4 of an inch. Oh, put my head back. Oh, the hair, the COVID hair, it's on the go again. I went past my hairdresser's building the other day, and when they are not up here in the city, they are actually country lads, and they, every time we have a lockdown, they just get out of town and get out of town quick. So when I was going past, I stopped and I took a photo of the front of their shop for them, because I figured, you know, if it was me that was away, it would be nice and reassuring every now and then to see a picture of the front of my shop that everything was okay. And I wrote in it, nothing to see here. And he said, thank you so much. And I wrote back and said, because my fringe is so long, I can't see anything. So he wrote back and said, ha ha. And I said, I'm about to cut my fringe. And I got big grumpy face and said, don't touch the fringe. But self-preservation, if I'm going to start walking into things soon, I need to get my hair cut. Okay. So now we've got this one done. Shall we just have a quick look and see how this is going to look? So we'll pop our glue. There. We'll pop one on here. Now the other thing, if you do have a little bit of trouble with your hands sometimes, then you can always give yourself a little bit of a kickstart. You can see this time I have cut it down just because I'm fussy cutting. It was just easier to actually leave my 1/4 inch right round. So if you do struggle a little bit sometimes with your hands and manipulating, you can always give yourself a little bit of a head start. So you can use your clover iron, probably not on that one. Gee, we'll have to go to this one. Okay, so you can just turn over an edge, give yourself a little bit of a head start there, and press it over. I really want you to tack these. The plastic is fantastic. You can see it'll take heat. I'm just using a little iron because it was easier to show you, but the big one, I've hit them with the steam. I wouldn't leave them, I wouldn't leave it down on them for too long, but this sort of heat it can manage. But you really can't glue down heavily this seam allowance like you can with the ones that dissolve, the paper dissolving ones. It will glue, and it will glue really hard because it's not fabric to fabric or fabric to paper. You're going onto a really good, sturdy Perspex, and it takes a lot of persuading to get it off. Go. Just do it this way now so I can show you. So if you want to whip around first and do this just to get those seam allowances started, you can. And then just whip a few stitches in to hold them in place. There you go, there's my first one done. I suppose doing this way is also, if you've cut a few out, it's a really good quick way to see how it's all going to look. But I'm very excited about doing these, and I'm going to have a really good play with them. I think this shape is going to lend itself to a few other things as well. So I think I'm going to use them to do, some little staggered borders down some sashing like this. I think you can just see that there so that they stagger. And the other thing I'm going to have to do, because I can't help myself, is I'm going to make a bracelet. I'm going to have them going round, because I actually have a bracelet made with beautiful pendant pieces that are this shape. So I'm going to make one out of here. What did you say, Melissa? I use glue and a little bit of water will release the glue when finished. Yeah, I did that. I did do that. I think I had really pushed it. So now, Jeanette, you're absolutely right. Starch is going to make a huge difference. But the one thing that I need to watch with these, and from a lot of experience with doing the octagons that are on my geisha quilt, these ones that are on here, one thing I did learn, when you are leaving these holes and the gaps in between, you really need to make sure that the seam allowances are held firmly in place before and after you take the paper out. So when you get to the point where you're getting, and oh yeah, absolutely, it's one of those things that I would say, do as I say, not as I do. Every now and then I would actually probably be naughty and just starch them. But when you start piecing them all together, and I need to leave them in one great big piece until the whole thing is finished like a paper doily, and then applique it onto a cushion, then I'd be really worried they're going to push out of shape. But yeah, whatever works for you, and please give it a go, definitely. So I'll just show you that little guy up there close again. He's very cute. And I have now committed to you that I am going to get an absolute stack of work done getting this project together, because I think it's going to be lots and lots of fun. So that is it for me for this afternoon. Thank you very much for joining us. If you had an order in, you can see the body language. You had an order in yesterday. We may or may not have had a few little issues with the Australia Post app. Just, a couple. So if you did have an order you put in yesterday, I'm sorry, it's going out today. I had them all ready and then just hit a little bit of a snag. But I'm racing off to work now to get those done. So if you put an order in the last couple of days and you haven't had notification it's been sent yet, you've probably got 45 minutes before Steve and I go through and pack off orders and finish them off, and we will be able to combine postage for you. So, if you want to, just sneak one in. I'm sure we'll be able to manage it for you. But thank you very, very much again for joining me this afternoon. I will be back on the Love and Hugs Facebook page at 8 a.m. on Saturday morning. So if you haven't joined up yet, please apply to join up. I'm one of them admin girls now, and I will know you. I will see you come through, and I will absolutely make sure you are approved, so you can watch on Saturday morning. Excuse me. Jin, you can't put, buddy, you cannot put your paws on the switcher control. Holy moly. Yeah, but yes, definitely. Please join up, and I will be sure to approve you so that you can watch. What are you all talking about? Starch pens. I'm going to leave you guys just to have a bit of a play. What about the packs of pieces? I don't know what that means. Sharon, you mean these pieces? They will be going up as soon as I've got the paperwork ready for those. The pre-cuts are up. If not, they're going up tonight, so you can just add them to your cart. You might need to wait for them to go up. What else? There was something else really important I had to tell you today. There's remnants packs up. Have you seen? In the pre-cut section. I got them from Mum and worked out how to do it. So there's a whole heap up. It's just random now. There's no choice of colours. It's what you get. Mystery packs. Some of you I know, and I know your colour preferences, but they are all there. And I had to do them based on weight. So they're anywhere between 200 and 400 grams. So if anything, they are just super value. So yeah, I got them sent down from Mum. So they're up on the website. Petra's been waiting for them, as a few people have. So yeah, they're done. Oh, really? Oh, Petra, that is a shame. But we may have been able to halt it, and it's on its way back to us. We did try. So yeah, from my mum. They're all done, Sharon. So please, if you want one, just pop it into your cart. You know, remnants bag, or little things like key rings and everything. If you're buying the big stuff, if you're buying meterage, if you're buying a bag kit or something, it's not going to add anything to your postage to pop a little thing in, like a reel of cotton, a pack of pins, needles or something. But if you just order them on their own, they do cost a lot in postage. So it's like buying your Chewy at the checkout kind of thing. All right, I'm going to go. Love you all, and I shall see you if you want to watch at 8 a.m. on Saturday morning. And please stand by and have a look for alerts of when we're going to be live next week with the exhibition and demos. All right, bye. Bye.